So let me show you how to run your first program that you write. And I'm going to use my Hello World as my example. And I handed out a hard copy of this to you that I asked you to type up on your own into a new file. I actually had to throw another comment in here as well, a couple of comments, so you should read through this. So after you've typed up your code, what you need to do is save it before you move on. And then what you'll want to do is compile the code. And of course, they don't call it compiling, they call it verifying. So we're going to call it compiling. And if everything is typed in here properly without any missing, you've got to have, for example, matching parentheses. These braces have to match. There are certain spots where there has to be a semicolon. A semicolon basically tells us the end of a statement. And so here's one statement it executes. Here's a second statement it executes. And these braces tell us here's a group of statements that are being executed as a group inside of this function called setup, for example. So just double check to make sure everything looks just like this. You'll notice that everything that's a comment, when you turn it into a comment, turns green. For example, if I were to take out this comment item here, this green just turned into black. All right. If I were to put the comment block symbol back in, this black turned into green. I can't see it very well on my screen, but hopefully you can see it on this recording I'm making. So comments are in green. So for example, you see over to the right here, these are in a comment color, green. If I were to delete these two comment symbols here, a line comment, then you'll see that they turn color into black, and it will think it's code that has to be compiled. So make sure your comments are showing up in green. You'll see some other colors here, black, blue. You'll see some red colors as well. And you can see there's a slight color difference between the word serial here and the word 9600. But comments are in green, and you've got things in other colors that are part of your code. So just go through and make sure everything looks exactly like I have here, and every little detail counts. So now let's go ahead. We've verified the code. It verifies, and then what we're going to do is we're going to download it to the Arduino and let it run. And that's what this step does here. It does both of those for you. You'd have to make sure that you're set up on the right COM port on the computer you're plugged into. What you're going to see at home will differ from what you'll see in the classroom. And at home, when you plug your Arduino in, it might set it up on COM 3. So just be aware of that and make sure you're selecting the right COM port. And make sure you select the right board. We are using Arduino Unos, and so I went down my list here. You can see all the different products Arduino makes, and I have the Arduino Uno selected. So I'm going to go ahead and download that, and I'm looking at my Arduino, and I see little orange LEDs, amber-colored LEDs blinking on the TX and the RX LEDs, showing me that it was communicating, and it says upload is successful. And now I can run the code. Now this code is only printing out Hello World. The question is, where does it print to? Does it print it to my printer? No. It's actually printing it. It's designed to print it to my screen, and the screen up here is called my serial monitor. This screen is called a monitor. The serial is because we're using our serial USB cable to send the information across. And so what this is doing is it's reading information coming off the serial port, your COM port, which is your USB, and it's printing it out on the screen for you. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn on my serial monitor. So click over on that device, and you'll notice it says serial, what speed do you want? Well, you'll notice in our main program up here, we actually set our serial port to run at 9600 baud. And so that we should have a matching number right here. It should say 9600. And then we're going to hit the connect button to connect to the monitor. It gives me this warning device all the time. And then it goes ahead and runs my program. I just ran my program. Now, if I'd like to rerun the program, I can hit the reset button in the corner of my Arduino, and it will run my program again. I just ran it again. You can see it typed in Hello World. When I'm done, I can just hit the disconnect button, and I'm back, and I can close this window out if I want, and I can go back and edit, do whatever I want.